I think that I'm sure they go through like DoorDash or something. That's what it is probably.
I could see that. Yeah.
I put money. That's what it is, and that's how they're doing it.
That's like a cop out almost, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that before.
Like, how does that
DoorDash and
even...
Uber Eats have been around for ages.
What's so weird about those services is that they just rely on anybody who has a car.
Yeah.
And like, what if people just don't want to work for that company anymore? Suddenly that company is no longer successful. It's not like they actually employ people. It's like a weird like situation. I'm sure they're like...
Will that ever happen though? Because like where we work, it's right next to like a Chinese shop. Like we work on a strip, and right next to our location is a Chinese shop. And I like they'll have an Uber Eats person there.
Oh yeah,
all the time. I swear to God, I see like 5 a day, at least every day that they're open, minimum.
But I'm just talking about the format is weird.
I do agree.
I get the Uber format, but the whole like, I go and pick up food for you, but I work under this company.
Yeah.
And then those businesses relying on those companies, they're just businesses relying on, hey, Derek has a car and he has spare time and he delivers food on the weekend.
I mean, some of them I feel like do it more than just the weekend.
It's not like he is employed by Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It is he downloaded an app and is a driver and could stop at any time he wants. And what if all those people stopped at any time they want? Suddenly, Taco Bell isn't delivering anymore.
Well, I mean, it's different logic, but almost the same. You could take that for any business. Taco Bell, for example, people just stop showing up. They're going to go out of business. It's never going to happen because Taco Bell's amazing. I mean, like, chalupas, come on.
But it's like, it's different because they'll be like, hey, we have delivery. But if you look and you live in an area and there's no driver, it's like, they don't have delivery. It's different than like Domino's, who actually has drivers who work all day, you know?
Here's the
thing.
They're
open hours, so they actually have delivery.
Here's the thing with that, I'll say, though, is like, for reference, our hometown is like nothing. We have nothing there. It's a hole in the ground hometown. But there's towns around us that are like 30-minute drives out, not even like 20 probably. You look at there's like Domino's in each one of those. They don't deliver to us in our town, or even the outskirts, like in the Bergs area, they wouldn't deliver to them. But like, and that's through Domino's. I wonder if Uber would though, like Uber Eats or DoorDash, if they have them in those towns. Like, those are small towns, and you are probably extremely non-profitable in those because of that. The population is like not there compared to a city, I'd say.
It's still just a weird format, I think.
No.
And I'm sure there's, I've probably caught glimpses of like articles or something that gives me this idea that those people are like fighting for certain rights or some sort of position. I don't know exactly, because it's such a gray area that is like new, because that's just like not a thing. It's like they're middlemen to like bigger companies. So like, yeah, we deliver, but it's just through this app. So we don't really have any stake in like the driver who picks up your food or drops it off to you. Because there's also that.
See, but then there's some scum with that too, because
that's like, hey, we have no attachment to that driver because this is just another company. We let them come here and pick up food.
Yeah.
It's almost like those companies are throwing away any kind of responsibility for delivery, unlike an actual pizza place or like a Domino's specifically that I can think of that does delivery in-house.
Yeah, but at the same time, a company's going to love that because
they'll take advantage of it.
Yeah. The problem is
but
like,
how is it being that person who has to like do that suddenly, like,
and like, do they have to go through any tests to get up like, or
I
anything
imagine
like that?
So.
How hard are those?
I think the way Uber does it is you have to like meet up with somebody and they like inspect your car and everything, and they're like an Uber affiliate or whatever, ambassador or something like that, I would assume.
A manager, if you want to put into an easier perspective.
And then you get that like special sticker.
Nah, what's whack about that is like the people that do it and then just like steal somebody's food or something.
That's the thing, yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you got to have some balls to do that.
And that's where the people who use them as just a middleman will be like, we have no responsibility for that. That's the app's problem. You got to, rate that driver, get your money back through the company or something.
what
No.
else is kind of wild about that is there's like 3 companies that I know of. There's probably more. There's Eat Street, Uber Eat, and DoorDash. And they're all, to my knowledge, they could be under like, it could be some big behind the scenes corporate thing. And they're under like the same LLC or some shit. Or like, I don't know business that well. So I'm not going to talking on my ass. But like, to my knowledge, they're all separate entities. It's like, how is the competition there when it's like, one's definitely been around for the longest and they were like the first one to do it. How are they not like just king of it all?
I don't know. It's just competition. There might be better rate for drivers on specific apps.
Sure.
More like incentive to tip to the drivers. It could be a number of things.
I will
quite honestly.
say,
Or maybe
areas,
Uber Eats is if you're already a certified Uber driver, you are automatically enrolled into that and you can provide an Uber Eats service. So that's why they decided to move into that category, because they're like, hey, we already got drivers. We might as well have them pick up food for people.
That makes sense, honestly, if that is like that.
But, you know, it's just like anything. Like streaming services are the same way. Like Twitch was pretty much king, and now there's like 20 different gaming-oriented, you know, streaming services that are
To say Twitch
paying
is
millions.
not king anymore is that's a stretch, though.
No, but there's competition.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't think there's a king in the, because it's such a new thing. The you know, mobile eatery, whatever,
How
food
long
delivery.
has DoorDash been around? I feel like they've been around the longest, but like how long?
I don't know.
A few years had to be.
But this whole thing is only if I want to say that Grubhub was probably been around pretty long, because I feel like that's a name I recognize from like, I'd listen to, because, you know, that was such a West Coast thing. I feel like, you know, delivery, you know, food service like that.
It still is a pretty niche West Coast thing.
Not as niche. It's just like
they get it more.
They have larger cities, so it makes sense to have people doing that. But I felt like I heard more about, what was it? What did I say?
Sponsorships
Grubhub
or something.
Before that, whatever. We're giving them all free air.
Yo, honestly, we will give you so much air. Just pay us a little money.
Yeah. We don't know how ethical your company really is, and we're talking about whether, like, how weird it is, and you're a weird middleman to bigger companies now. But if you want to give us money, go for it.